Cobalt blue. It was a spring day driving up to Dunfanaghy, and the Donegal hills were looking picture perfect. This was like driving into a Paul Henry painting. How can this region feel so much like a different place? As I turn the corner, I suddenly see a white wave-tossed cobalt blue sea around the steep cliffs of Hornhead, above gable walls and rooftops by the road. I gasp, the sheer impact of the fresh and startling view, like a brilliant argument, like a revelation. Sometimes I stop and write a poem when something strikes me or a thought emerges, but this was a visceral experience, like a slap to the face, a sudden, gut-wrenching beauty. Artists speak of colours with reverence, as if they are energy, which of course they are. We are hardwired to a rainbow of memories. We know the stories, but we have lost the words. Remembering being in love with Tony Jakes at Cambridge. That time, years later, walking on Dorset Beach, you said your wife had asked, did she take long to get over you? And I couldn't really recall. As it was, that elusive certainty of imagined security was of no comfort to her. I do not yearn that things might have been different, but you are still the best dancer I ever met. Even at 19, when it came to the slow dance at Homerton College, you said, all these couples dancing slowly, some not even wanting to be together, trapped on the dance floor. We don't have to follow them. And off you went, gliding round the whole floor, and me sweeping after you. I do not yearn to be with you, but in this world of couples going through their paces, I would still follow your wild and free path, circling around conformity. Boulder. Left as a glacial afterthought, melted waters long gone. Scree, no meteor this, its journey grindingly slow. As they say, it's not from these parts. Too heavy to move, too magical to even try. The farmer ploughs around it. Somewhere between Ballymoney and Cullibaccy, an Irish Zen garden. Poet in a lift at the John Hewitt International Summer School 2009. Speaking to the Chinese couple in the lift, a hurried moment of courtesy. Here for the festival, I say. Yes, he smiled. See you later then. I go to the poetry reading. Yang Lan is introduced as the most innovative and influential poet in China. Often poets and angels take lifts in the guise of strangers. On a more somber note, I, like many people, I was shocked at the desecration of Jewish graves recently in Belfast, so I thought I would read a poem that was accepted this year for the online Holocaust Memorial Day anthology, untitled. It was only after I stood in Krakow's Jewish quarter, pre-war home of 65,000 Jews, used in Schindler's List as the ghetto in Progrorza had become too modern, that I bought Helen Lewis's book, A Time to Speak. I did not know she was a Holocaust survivor when she taught me to dance in a church hall off the Lisburn Road in Belfast in 1976 as troubles raged. I did ballet as a child, I said. She said, you haven't lost it. This poem's called My Aunt Who Lay in Bed in Her Clothes. We were told as children, if we were not careful, we would end up like her. A country woman, single, her married brothers long since gone, bank managers, businessmen. The last time I visited her in the nursing home, she was unsettled. She shouted out. Shortly after that, she died. I was glad then I had sat with her, shouting or not. Sometimes when I go to pull the covers over me after a nap clothed, I say, don't go there. Sometimes I feel like shouting out. This one I wrote for my mother when she was very ill. It's called Pink Tar Blocks. Pink tar blocks against the grey Belfast autumn skyline as I drive down the M1 from a visit to my mother's Lisburn nursing home. In her room, catching sight of us both in a mirror, I notice how alike our face shapes are, I a reflection of her. Now, in my rear view mirror, I see the whole sky, luminous rose pink over Lagan Valley. I the tar block, and my mother the setting sun light. Jump Northern Cyprus, 2014. High in the water, the boat moored after lunch on the hot day trip round the coast. Others were already perched on its side, ready for the jump. Anthea said she wouldn't do it as she'd got an ear infection last summer in the pool in Ardèche. But I was up for it. A long drop down, plunging, then enveloped in water, still plunging until I paused. The 30 seconds coming up through bubbles, breath held towards the air seemed much, much longer than that. Swimming now in the light. And the burden of the lost election gone, completely gone. Thank you.